Research is exciting, but at the same time, it can be overwhelming. Finding the right papers from thousands of publications, extracting meaningful insights, identifying research gaps, writing manuscripts, creating publication ready scientific figures, managing projects, and meeting the deadlines. All of this needs time and efforts. But the good news for this generation is that AI can now assist you in almost every stage of your research workflow. As a researcher myself, I have tested many of these AI tools over the past few years. And in this video, I will share 5 tools that I genuinely find useful for different stages of your research. They won't replace your scientific thinking, but they can definitely save you much time and make your workflow much more efficient. So let's get started with the first one. Let's say you are starting a research project on the impact of beetroot supplementation on human health. Before designing your study, you first need to understand what has already been published. Traditionally, that means searching Google Scholar, trying different keyword combinations, and manually going through hundreds of papers, a process that can take hours or even days. This is where consensus can save a lot of time. Instead of relying on keywords, you can search using the context of your research question and it retrieves relevant papers even if they don't contain the exact keywords you used. It also provides a quick summary of each paper, show the journal ranking so you can quickly judge its credibility and lets you organize the papers into your library. You can even ask research questions and get evidence-based answers linked with the supporting studies. I also find the consensus meter really useful because it gives you a quick overview of whether the available evidence supports, contradicts, or is still inconclusive on a particular question. Overall, it makes literature search and review much faster, so you can spend less time searching and more time doing research. Finding the right literature is only the beginning. The real challenge is turning all that information into a well written thesis, dissertation, manuscript, or a report. If you are struggling with organizing ideas, creating an outline, writing section by section, or managing the citations, this next tool, Yomu, can make the process much more easier. Let's see how. The first challenge is getting started. Instead of staring at a blank page, you can brainstorm the ideas and generate a structured outline for your document in just a few clicks. Once you start writing, it's common to get stuck. Yomu's autocomplete feature suggests the next sentences based on the context of your writing, helping you overcome the writer's block and continue writing. Another time consuming task is finding and formatting citations while you write. Instead of switching between multiple tabs, Yomu lets you search, review, and insert relevant citations directly from your web. Just verify the source, insert it, and the reference is automatically formatted. Writing a good discussion isn't just about supporting your hypothesis. Yomu can also help you find both supporting and contradicting studies, making it much easier to write a balanced discussion. Sometimes, while reading a paper, you just want to understand a concept or extract key findings quickly. Instead of reading the entire paper again, you can simply chat with the Yomu and ask the questions about the papers in your library or even across the web. Once your draft is ready, you can shorten, expand, or paraphrase the sections to improve readability while keeping the original meaning intact. And before submission, Yomu reviews your manuscript and provides feedback on clarity, structure, flow, and overall writing quality, helping you to refine the final draft. Now, although you can write entire sections using the AI, but I don't use AI to write my entire manuscript. I prefer writing in my own words and mainly use Yomu for brainstorming, citations, and overcoming the writer's block. Whatever AI generates, I always verify before including it in my paper. Another concern many researchers have while using AI for writing is that the final text may sound robotic, generic, or AI generated. And that's exactly what we want to avoid. Before submitting a thesis or manuscript, we want our writing to sound natural, original, and polished. This is where Revise comes in. Unlike AI writing assistants, Revise doesn't focus on generating new content. Instead, it improves what you have already written by refining the grammar, sentence flow, clarity, and academic tone while preserving the originality of your work. One thing I really like is that I can review every suggestion individually and decide what to accept or what to reject instead of letting AI completely rewriting what I have written. Another feature that stood out to me is its writing style training. Once you enable this option, Revise gradually learns your writing style and adapts its suggestions accordingly. This makes the text sound more like you and less like AI. I think Revise is especially useful for researchers who want to polish the language and improve readability while keeping their own writing style intact and natural. A research paper or thesis is rarely complete without scientific figures, flowcharts, pathways, or illustrations. The problem with most generic AI image generators is that although the image may look impressive, they are often not scientifically accurate and are difficult to edit. This is where Sci-Draw stands out. It is especially designed for researchers to create scientifically accurate diagrams, workflows, molecular pathways, illustrations, charts, and graphs, which can be used in theses and publications. There are multiple ways to create a figure. You can generate one from a dedicated text prompt or even convert a rough hand-drawn sketch into a clean publication quality illustration. If the first result isn't exactly what you want, you don't have to start over again. Simply give the follow-up instruction to modify specific parts of the figure instead of regenerating the entire image from the scratch. Once you are happy with the figure, you can export it in various formats including SVG. This means it is fully scalable and remains editable in software like Adobe Illustrator or Inkscape, allowing you to modify text labels, icons, colors, shapes, or layouts without losing the image quality. And if you already have experimental data, it can also generate professional charts and graphs to visualize your results. If you regularly create scientific figures, Sci-Draw can save a significant amount of time designing everything manually. And compared with other tools like BioRender, it can also be a more affordable option for many researchers. Finally, here is a challenge I am sure every researcher struggles with: managing the research. Between experiments, lab meetings, manuscript revisions, conference presentations, grant applications, and submission deadlines, it is easy to lose track of the important tasks. This is where Notion can help. It lets you manage all your research work in one place. You can create to-do lists, organize research notes, track the progress of experiments and manuscripts, plan presentations, and keep all your deadlines on a single dashboard. If you are just getting started, you don't have to build everything from the scratch. Notion offers plenty of free templates for research planning, project management, note taking, and productivity. Notion also includes an AI assistant that can summarize your notes, meeting minutes, or research papers, brainstorm ideas, draft project plans, organize rough notes, and answer questions based on the information stored in your workspace. It is especially useful when you are managing multiple research projects at the same time. This video is only meant to give you a quick overview of important AI tools in research. I have already created dedicated in-depth tutorial on most of these tools, where I explain all these features step by step. You will find the links to those videos along with the official websites in the description below.